question.
Let's go.
Hey, now I gotta say something because I was muted. Forget about it. Who's a professional over here, huh? Man, this is not me, the professional. What's up, everybody? Welcome, my fellow collectors. It is Wednesday. That means it's Wednesday. Kenzo Wednesday Live. Gotta love it. I got a haircut today. So, when you're in your 40s, sometimes a haircut's all it takes to make you feel a little bit better. Maybe? No? Something? No. Well, at least it makes me not wear a hat for once. So you guys are stuck with me with hair instead of wearing a hat like I normally do. So welcome, one and all. I am your host. I'm your good friend Kenzo. And hold on real quick before I start going down the chat, I have to say, look at the logo on Faker Battle Cat. Oh my goodness. Retro Bacon out in New Zealand. She just doesn't know how to make anything bad. She just makes everything just knocks it out the park. So, what's up, Kenzo's crew? Yeah, I got a crew here, don't I? Mr. Hey, first of all, Tasty Cake. First of all, buddy, hey, you could do your boy a little favor and instead of going live for 8 hours, starting later, you could take a little nap in between or just rest a little bit instead of trying to just go live for 18 hours the whole dang day and then say, oh, well, I'm tired now. I can't join you on your live. You're a moderator, bro. Hey, I pay you good money to be my. I pay you nothing to be my moderator. What's up, Gatey's Toys? Yes, it is. It is OnlyFans. I've got a great show in store for you. I just need you to start tipping first. That's how OnlyFans works, right? I say, hey, give me $25 and I'll show you my nipple. Can you say nipple on YouTube? Shit. I might have got my whole show canceled. Dang it. Mint with Card, welcome in. I caught your first video and it's pretty awesome, I have to say. Got a really cool collection. Very, very cool collection. And like I said, once again, welcome to Faker Battle Cat. Joey Curiel, one of the coolest mofos that I know. Man, not only is he a collector of all things Motu, but dude's a rock star. And I'm not even kidding. Look at his picture. He's a freaking rock star. I have to go like this because my picture is reversed. So I got to go, rock star, baby. Yeah. Same Time Toys is in the house. Welcome, welcome, and congratulations. Same Time Toys had his 1-year anniversary show yesterday. Was it yesterday? Days run together now. I don't know what's going on. Motu Guru, what's going on? Hey, boy, I got to tell you, my friend, we've got a little news in our neck of the woods. I'll get to that in a second, but you may, I don't know if you, I don't think you've seen any of it, but something in our neck of the woods that kind of got brewed up a little bit. Frankie Rivera, hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Hosa, what's going on? How are you? Welcome in. Nolan, I've got some Nolan in the house. Welcome in, sir. I appreciate you joining. I don't know why I did that in that voice. Cut line was me good with your formal shirt. Yeah, well, the formal shirt. I like to be, what's this say? I like to party. I like to be formal, but I like to party. Ray Black is in the house, which of course, man, I haven't been around long enough to be ToyTube official, but I am. So what's going on? Frank, how you doing, sir? Oh, look at that. Yeah. Got the little cheers going. All right. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Everybody saying hello to each other. Oh, Kenny fans. Kenny fans. Hey, I got to say, it's probably better that I was born a dude, because if I wasn't, I'd be all over that shit. Because you know how many girls I see on those things like, oh, people judge me, but I paid for 2 houses. I have a vacation home in Dubai and I have all these cars and everything thanks to OnlyFans, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, people, they want to judge and everything. But fuck that. Excuse my language. But I'd be all over OnlyFans. I'd be like, yeah, give me money. Shit. Kidding me? Hey, I've never done it. No, actually, I've seen a lot, and it's funny because the thing is I've seen a lot. Twitter is really bad with that, to where no matter where you go, there's posts in not just the like just regular posts that come up, or just the comments. It's not even people you follow. They're like, hey, follow this person, and they're like, hey, look at me. But if you tip me and send me my OnlyFans, I'll move my shirt over this much, or my underwear over. It's pretty bad. But it's one of those, who I follow, and it's entertaining. This has nothing to do with OnlyFans. Well, it does, but I don't follow that OnlyFans. But there's a dude, Gatz. Is it Sean? Is it Gatz? He's the dude with like all the tattoos. He's got the tattoos in his eyeballs. He's tatted everywhere. And I started watching. I saw one of those on Instagram. It was one of those, videos that just popped up, and he was digging, and he's like, I bought this land out in Arizona and I want to just build a house. I'm going to just do it on my own and live on the land and do everything I can beforehand. And then it turned out, and then they're like, oh, and then it got deeper and deeper, where he's like dating an OnlyFans girl. But then it turned out that he was doing OnlyFans, and he's like, well, my main source of income is OF. He's like, I do, like he had a food truck and all this other stuff, but he always says on there, he's like, well, my main money comes from OF. Well, of course, now he's dating a girl that does OF, so they do OF together. I'm like, holy crap, dude. Like, I mean, yes, morale, where I grew up as a Catholic boy and all this stuff and went to church yes, morally, is that terrible? And do you really kind of not want, like, if you have kids and stuff, it's not very good. But hey, I'm telling you, if I had the means, if there was like a dad bod fans, I'd be all over that shit. Or maybe I need to just hit the gym a little bit and I can do my own. Anyway, long story long, right? Holy cow, Ed's in the house. Sorry you guys all had to hear that. Most of it was jokes, but that's pretty cool that they actually can do that. I mean, whatever, man. People are thirsty, so if people want to pay that money, shit, whatever. It's the way it goes. Anyway, so everybody's saying, oh, Jeff is in the house. What's going on? Just Jeff, how are you, sir? Welcome in. Man, Jeff's everywhere. I see Jeff on like 6 lives a week. He's all over. The only person that's on more is Punk. Man, that dude is on like every day, and I go, dude, I can't take too much Punk like that. I get one show of Punk, and he's like, well, now I'm on Tuesdays. Now he's on Wednesday, and then he's got a Friday, and then he's like, come on, just go out, hang out with people. Like the touch the grass thing, sometimes it rings true for certain people. But who am I to say? All right. I had last year for feet paid my rent with earnings. Well, what's funny is I'm not going to say that. I know someone, maybe. I can't say anything. I'm not going to say anything because that's not my place to say, but I've heard of someone that I know that does the feet thing and supposedly gets paid a lot of money for it. I don't know what's the truth to it, because sometimes when people say, well, no, I'm only doing feet. Maybe, because there are a lot of people that like feet. So what's up, Wraith? What's going on, buddy? I'm all over the place. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it really did. It's your fault too, Gage. You're the one that started it, right? So anyway, I may have been told, I think it was actually Andrew that told me that I was bragging about my project that I did. Was it you? Somebody told me, whoa, Cobweb, what's up, buddy? Oh shit, hold on a second. Let me give him a little.
Thank you, Mr. Skeletor. You are very kind.
Kind? Never use that word around me. Now get moving.
All right. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Cobweb Collector. You guys, you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. Not yet. You know what? I have been doing a little bit, trying to get myself a little bit back into where I need to be. Then maybe I'll do something. You know what? You guys will know when I'm ready, because I'll start the live in a wife beater. I'll just be like, I'm sorry. I will start my live show in an A shirt. Sorry, I know that word is no longer. I grew up when this shirt has been called a wife beater since I was a kid. I know it's not right, but that's just what I know it has. It is an A shirt or a tank, right? Okay. Sorry. My bad. Hey, $20. What is that joke? They say, well, I'm not something, but $20 is $20, right? That's how they say it. A lot of guys said that in prison, right? Only for the stay. You don't know how many times I heard that. There was one. So here's funny stories from prison. I'm gonna need to do like a whole intro to this one. So this is gonna be a short one, but it's so funny. So I was working recreation, right? And I was working. First, I worked the units. I didn't work security in Lyman. I worked security when I came to Pueblo. But when I was in Lyman, I worked the high security units, and then I got transferred over to rec. So recreation is cool. It's fun. It's laid back. Get to play horse with the inmates and all that stuff. So, which I always won. Yeah. So the guy that was working recreation, so the porter, they call him the porters, the porter that was working rec, he was talking about, there was this big guy, big black dude, big guy, big guy, and he was huge. And my friend coworkers or whatever, but the porter that was a prisoner that worked in rec, he tells me, he says, I don't know if his name was Ashley or Lash. I don't remember his last name, but he goes, he likes them little white boys, right? And I go, what? No, because he's like he walked around like he's this tough guy, whatever. He goes, he likes them little white boys. He goes, I tell you what. He goes, don't say nothing right away, but for the next 2 weeks, just keep an eye on what he does, and then come back to me. And I'm telling you, I made sure. He goes, remember what I said? And I said, okay. I mean, in the 2 weeks, he had like 4 different little white dudes walking around very slowly, and they were walking around like he would do his workout, and they would call his friend over, and they would walk around the track together, like, and he would they would laugh, and he was in for life. He wasn't going anywhere. So apparently he picked what he liked, and that's what he liked. And there you go. Stories from prison. So anyway, Yeah, I need to do that. It is a whole different channel. Holy cow. No, that's funny. So let's talk about toys now, right? So I got toys. I made a run to Ross because I did hear they were starting to kind of get some stuff back. You know how Christmas time, right after Christmas, they dry out. But it's gotten better. And this is Motu Guru. So first one I did get that I normally would not get was this cool Power Ranger. It was actually more than I thought. So it was $7. I thought it was $5, but so it was $7 for this one. We've got a Phantom Ranger Turbo Invisible. And the reason I got it was because he's got this like mother of pearl, like, I don't know, such a cool, like reflective color. I'm definitely going to open him tonight. And the shocker of them all, dude, seriously? This is a new wave. Like this wave, I know I got mine a little while ago, but these are still in Walmart. Now, the one thing that makes me happy on this one is that you guys remember, I don't know if you do or not, but when I opened this up, the sword on mine was completely shredded. Like it was just purple. Like the silver was all just ripped off of it. So, yeah. So there you go. Yeah. And there was a ton of them there today too. Yes, I did get it all off. Yep. It's just where it's just the stub and then the skeleton face. Yep. Yes, sir. What's going on, Bigum? Welcome in. Yeah, that's it. He's still at Walmart. And the He-Man and the skeleton and the Evil Lyn. And I have heard that people have found the other two there. This one is the only one I found. I found one last night. And then today on my way over to pick up my son's VR. So, because I pick him up and I have him for about an hour and a half after school, just in case he wants it. And I went to his mom's work to get it. And on the way, I stopped by Ross and there was another one on the shelf, but it's only been Fisto so far, which I'm not complaining. This is a really, really good figure. And for seriously, $5. And just so you know, it is the second now. It is not April Fool's. This is a legitimate purchase. So let's take a look at this one real quick. I want to see if the sword is better than the one that I got, or if maybe they realized the QC issue with the sword and maybe sent these to Ross with the bad sword. But I don't think I've seen anybody else have those issues with the sword at all. Yeah. So let's see what we got. No Motu at my. Well, check it out, dude. Like this is a new thing. Like check it out like in the next couple weeks because it looks like these are coming. So yeah. And it's crazy because it's going to be the 2000X and it's going to be a 1/12. So it's not a standard Mondo 1/6. It's a Mondo 1/12. So it'll be a standard 6.5-inch figure, just in Mondo style because they got the license to do the 2000X series in the smaller size. Which I don't know, Wraith. You might want to jump back on the Motu wagon for that because it could go really, really good with those classics. I'm just saying. Frankie's Ross's ass. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah. You want receipts? Well, yeah. I think I threw it away, but I got another one today. And you know what? I took a picture at Ross. I could do a video. You know, I'll do a live next time I go. That's what I'll do. Any thoughts on the just revealed Beathir's Fury? Oh, is that the one they just released? Like they just finished their live just now? Yeah, it will be cheaper for sure. Yeah, he only gets the Man-at-Arms. He's a Man-at-Arms guy, so the stickers on the post. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was there. I'm not, and I think it. No. Yeah, it says compare at $21. I mean, I wouldn't lie to you guys, you know. I promise I wouldn't lie to you guys. Besides, why would I mean, that's even stupid on my part, right? A lot of people look at me funny when they're like, why are you giving up your honey hole? It's not really giving it up. Everybody kind of knows, ooh, the sword is better. Yay. Everybody knows Ross has what it does. It's just timing, right? It's just a matter of, it doesn't matter if your Ross is the best Ross in the world. If you have somebody that you lives close to you that enjoys the same thing you do, and maybe they work weird hours where they can get up at 9:30 or 10 o'clock and go to the store and do it. And you work 9 to 5 and you can't get there till noon or 5 o'clock, like on lunch. You might not get it anyway. Sometimes people don't see them because they're working and they're not able to. Maybe on the day off, they're able to run over there and look right at 10 o'clock, because you kind of have to try to time it to go when the truck gets unloaded. I hate to say it, but that's what I do. I noticed too, though, there was another thing where there was a lady that had worked there, and she goes, "Oh, you guys, you didn't save that for me? You didn't save that for me?" And I'm like, "Ooh, damn it. Got somebody that likes toys and stuff," but she wanted just the like cotton candy looking stuff. I don't know if it was like in a tub. I don't know if it was, I don't know what it was, but it was in the toy area, and it was like, it looked like cotton candy, but I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, Ray's only got the Man at Arms. That's his collection, man. There's 3K cosplay armor coming. Oh yeah, that's right. You do have to stick to that, dude. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. You got to go, man, right away. Because even I used to go earlier. Sometimes I'd get there at 10:30, because my Ross opens at 9, and if I would go at 9, then it would be pointless because it's still the stuff in there from the night before. You have to go right after they're done with the truck, and usually they get on my store. They usually get it done about 2 hours after they open. So I usually go about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then I can see. But for me, it's funny because it seems like nobody likes this or nobody cares about Motu, or not Motu, but Fisto, because they've left him both times. Because one time, when I found him last night, it was 5 p.m. And then when I went today, it was there again this morning. A different one was there this morning. So, one second, let me go. Oh yeah, we already talked about that one. Master's Triclops sword, King Trash, gonna try and grab another. Yeah, see, so it's a QC issue that's been on the Masterverse with the swords, and like I said, this one seems to be in good shape. There's a little thing right here, but I'm not. Whatever, it is what it is. Fisto ain't. That's true. That's true. You know, if you're gonna start your OnlyFans, you got to be okay with Fisto. Oh, did I say that out loud? So on a side note, I haven't been able to talk about it because once I finished this, then I went out of town and we took Merrick to just kind of stay overnight at a hotel, and so we can swim and have fun, and then brought his friend with him, and then we took him to this urban something Colorado Springs, where it was like a trampoline park. They had go-karts, they had rock climbing, they had like parkour stuff. They had it's laser tag. It's just loaded up with a bunch of stuff. So we took him to that and came back late Saturday. And then of course Clubhouse showed up. And then Sunday I did my coloring with Allison. So I didn't really get to talk about it as far as my channel because I didn't have a Friday night. But this is the first time having it on a Wednesday. But this is what's funny is now it is a battle damaged castle, because there's a group that I just joined that do pictures and stuff. And they want to do a picture this week of having an outdoor shot. And I thought, how cool would it be to try to get the clouds and, scenery in the background. The clouds weren't very good that day, but I brought it downstairs. And when I was coming back in, I didn't have the front connected to the back, and I was carrying it on a tray. And when I took a step and I kind of went a little sideways, that back end just teetered enough and the whole back fell. Split the tube in half for Light Hope. It broke the jewel here. These wings broke, split them in half. That broke, and all that in the back split. So 10 days worth of work on that thing. And I'm telling you, like, my son was upstairs and he was like, "Dad, what was that?" And I was like, "I dropped the castle." He's like, "Oh no." And I'm like, "You gotta be shitting me." Some of the parts were flying down the stairs. And of course it doesn't help that I dropped it right on a ceramic tile floor. But as I said, I was telling a couple friends, it's one of those things where you just have to laugh at yourself and move on and fix it. If you mess up, then you fix it. Like that's all I could do. So I got the best super glue that I had in the house, and I got Humpty Dumpty back together again, and I put it back up, and I am not moving it from this room ever. And I can't say it like Step Brothers, because if there is a fire and I can fix it, then I will take it out. But yeah, so there's a couple. There was took me the whole night to get it back together, and then the next day I let the glue dry, and there was a couple pieces I finished in the morning. But man, what a nightmare, man! What a freaking nightmare. Faker Battle Cat went to 3 Ross stores with no luck. Well, but you know what? You found all those awesome GI Joe figures at Goodwill. Like I don't think we'll ever see anything that was completely unprecedented. Like what the heck, dude? Really got to graduate up to Fisto and then move on to Man at Arms. That's true. That's true. There's a process, right? There's a whole process. There's Strong Arm. Yeah, he is the boss. He absolutely is. And then Snout Spout. Yeah, that's funny. All right. I'm just gonna rip through the plastic there because whatever. So yeah, he came out pretty good. There's no issues. I don't see any QC issues with him as far as any kind of paint apps or anything wrong with him. Everything moves. Everything's good. Everything's the same, just like every other thing you get at Ross. And then make sure all this is the right paint and all that good stuff. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with it at all. And now I got 2 to display. I can display one with this head, which is the one. Yeah. So I have that head displayed. So the other, now I can display it with this one. And I still got another one today downstairs, but that one's the box was in better shape. So I'm keeping that one on box. What's going on, Dave? How you doing, sir? Welcome in. Welcome in. You guys, man, you guys are awesome. Okay. So, but anyway, so yeah, and the other thing I did, which was a difference now. Now let's all just say a little prayer. Kenzo, please don't do anything stupid. Just make sure that you do this safely. Okay. So I'll get her. And I don't know if you guys saw, but I do have a She-Ra Modi that I made. I did make her when I made all those Modis, and I kept doing different versions of Modi, and I said, you know what? Why not do a She-Ra? Isn't it pretty? And I even painted her in like the iridescent, like kind of color changing white. So she's nice and shiny. Okay, so So this is a piece right here. There was a part that broke here. There even might be a little bit of a lean here that I need to straighten out. This part broke just kind of the glue went undone. And then it undid on this one, which broke a little bit. So that's why this sits a little bit crooked, but I'm going to kind of put some stuff in there. And then, so what I did was I put another light on top. So I can do, and so now more of a light hope thing where it's not just one light going up where she can talk to it. It's here, let's set the mood. But now you can do, like, if it's set here and I went up there and changed the flash. So now you can have different colors. Hold on. So now do a smooth and then a fade. And now the light hope is more of a light hope look. It's not perfect because I know light hope shoots like all the rainbow colors all the way around all the time. But I don't know. I like this. I think it's kind of cool. Kind of gives you that. Yes, she was Princess of the Pond for sure. Yeah, she's pretty cool. And it is still an articulated jaw for my little She-Ra Modi. But yeah, it definitely has more of a light hope look to it, right? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, got to do it, man. You got to do it. What's going on, Dre? I did send you a message back. You gotta remind me so I can send that to me so I can check my calendar and see what time frames I'm good. And I would definitely join you on that for sure. And if you'd like to promote, put some information in the chat there and I'll read it off because my memory is really, really terrible. So yeah. Right. It does. It makes it such, I mean, and granted, yes, I mean, I know it's one of those where it's kind of a, photo op where she's talking to Light Hope. And I did get started on making Swift Wind out of the little AliExpress horse that I got. So I am working on that. I do have my boy hooking me up, helping me out. So I probably have even a better Swift Wind out of that. But, we'll see. We'll see. Nice lights. Yes, yes. All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You know what? I brought her out to do so. You want to see her on the back or the front? Let's do her in the front. And see, I was smart at least about this, that I put it on a rolling cart, And problem is, Robert, the only classics I have, and thanks to my boy Faker Battle Cat, is the Club Grayskull, right? This is a Club Grayskull She-Ra. And I think I even have the wrong sword with her. I think I might have the Masterverse sword with her. Maybe that's the right one. I don't know. But there she is with it. So the size of the classic still looks good with it. I mean, I think, yeah, she is a little bit, because she's smaller. Hold on. Got to get the feet right. Because she's smaller, I think the cartoon collection does kind of look better with it because it just obviously makes it look a little bit bigger. And little Modi. So I think it, either way you look at it, I like that, when I got this little tapestry on Amazon, it's just clouds. And I know, like, when you look at the cartoon, that's kind of how it starts, right? It has the clouds and then it goes to the mountain and then all of a sudden Crystal Castle shows up. So I don't know. I kind of like how I did that one as well. What's going on, Spencer Sanchez? Welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, absolutely, dude. Let me know the dates on here and I will talk about it for sure. What's up, Allison? Welcome in. Allison finally let me in on, well, there was a lot of stuff going on like we talked about on her show, but I was happy to get in on the coloring. Granted, it had been so long since I've done any kind of coloring that I was slow poking it and I didn't even finish. So that was my good excuse to come back. So I get to go back sometime and finish. That'll be kind of nice. Castle and Light Hope are so stellar. What next load? Thank you, Motu Tony. I appreciate it. And it's so funny because there's a couple projects and there's one of them, and I kind of have him unfortunately tucked in the back. But there was a couple projects that I've done that kind of like were just like it for me at that point. And I did the Yurko, and I didn't have a big enough printer at the time. Now, if I went back and printed the collector that he made, I could probably do a lot better than I did before. But there's my old collector there that I did, and that took a lot. It was a lot of resin. It was a lot of putting stuff together. But this is by far the biggest and the most, I don't know. There was a lot of work involved. Yes, I understand, and I still even say this to this day. I feel like a lot of my customs on these things, I cheat because it's somebody else's work. Like somebody else is putting this together. But then when you think about customs, I mean, we're really redoing someone else's work either way you look at it. So if you're using someone else's head, if you're using a Mattel head or using a third-party head or a 3D printed head, you're still doing that. And now sometimes it's easier to do the manufactured stuff because sometimes you don't really have to do much to do fodder because you're just swapping it. You're swapping parts. You're doing a kit bash or whatever you want to say. And sometimes that makes it a little easier. When you're 3D printing something, it comes out gray or whatever color resin you're using. Now, with this one, I don't think I would ever have gotten something. Now, Alpha Inflict, my buddy that does some amazing stuff. And I'm telling you, when he comes out and shows what he's making in the works that's on the Hush, you guys are going to love it. But he's also working on this. But he decided that he wanted to try getting a metallic gold resin to print that. And he showed me what it was looking like. And I'm like, oh. And I kind of had a feeling because the red on these are a metallic red resin. And when I first printed it, I printed them solid. And it was so dark, you couldn't even really tell it's red. Now, this one, I don't have a lot of light in the room. So, I mean, you can't really, it does look a lot more red, like when you have the light on it. But it's nice and shiny. I had a high gloss on there, nice high gloss sealant. This one, I actually even ran some like kind of a color shifting paint over it to make it look a little bit brighter and a little more red. And then the top one, I just kind of how it is as well. But I know that when I printed in solid, it was so dark and it just looked, there was no way you could get it to work. You have to print, when you use a specific color, the color's going to show up so much better if you print it hollow. And that's just how it is. The only downside is there's a little bit more of a work to it, because depending on where you put your holes. Let's say you're printing something hollow. Let's say a torso. You have to have ports. You can't just print something hollow and allow the resin to sit inside of the print. Because what happens is there's a chemical reaction in there, it flares up and it will literally split your print. And you could do all the work, all the paint, set it up, get it all done, and then you're done sitting on a shelf and it could blow up and like crack, and then resin will go everywhere. And that's terrible because that's all toxic when it's not cured. Well, when you do a hollow print, you have to do your ports. So you want to put them in the most inconspicuous places. You want to put them in, like if you're doing a torso, you want to do, oh no, this is Masterverse. I don't want to mess with that. You want to do it like in the inside on the bottom to where you go right onto the torso or into the waist, because you don't want it, like you don't want to put it right in the back, because if you're doing something for a specific color effect, you want to make sure that you're hiding the holes, because even when you put the holes back on, if you're doing it for the resin being that color, you're not going to want to adjust it or taper it or touch it up. You can't, it's going to ruin it. So it just, sometimes when you do it solid, it's just going to be a lot darker. The light doesn't pass through it as well. And like with this diamond, I printed it, or with the jewel here, I printed it hollow, completely hollow. And then of course mine goes up against it so I can put the holes in the back. So I put the holes in the back, and then I have a little UV light pen, and I make sure and cure the inside of the resin after washing inside a lot. And actually with mine, I ended up tearing out, there's some supports inside, and I'm able to get in there with the ports and take all the supports out so you don't see them. So there's a lot of work. And sorry, that long story for, I don't know if anybody really gives a shit about 3D printing, but just a lot of it. And then even with this, it's not perfect, because like this part here was cut. This part here was cut in half because the printer size and everything, that's the way it came. So I had to put it together, glue it together, and then I put some putty around it, and then sanded all the putty down. Now you want to do that in layers, of course, because even with mine, I don't think I did it good enough, where you want to start with a little bit more of a coarse, and then it goes lighter and lighter, and the sandpaper gets thinner and thinner as you go, and then you want to get it to where it's almost like to where you smooth it out so there's no scratches and you still get that good look, and then you spray it afterwards. Gold is really telling. Like, I don't know how many times I put the gold on and realized, oh shit, I didn't sand down the support beams, because there's support things that go into the side, and I try to put the supports on the back end of everything so you don't see them in the front, but then you still sand them down. But it's easier to do them, like you're not going to put a face down on a plate, because the supports will go in the eye and the nose and the forehead and all that. Then you got to do all the sanding to a main feature. Whereas if you put it back in the hair, it's easier to sand off, and it's the hair, and you then you're painting it darker or whatever. But it's still a lot of work. It's not as much as I say, and as much as you see a lot of the stuff that comes off the printer and it's so detailed and nice, yes, it does do that. But there is still a lot of post work you got to do. You got to make sure and clean it very well. Got to use isopropyl alcohol. There isn't some new stuff out there now that's a little more expensive. That's it's just resin cleaner. And I know Elegoo even made some, and there's another brand out there that does it. That it's just a lot safer because I mean, isopropyl alcohol, you don't want to have a match around when you're cleaning stuff. I mean, it's very highly flammable. But and honestly, it kind of after a while it can make you nauseous if you're working on a lot. Like when I was working on that, there was a couple days that I just had a freaking headache, and I wear a mask, and not as much as I should, but I wear a mask most of the time. But when I'm cleaning that, and I usually have like a spray bottle with isopropyl alcohol, especially if the parts are very big. And then I have a big, like, actually I got a tub that's made for cat litter, and I fill it with paper towels, and I spray, and I get it all cleaned off. And then I have like a little salad spinner, and then I'll fill that with alcohol. And so what I'll do is I'll spray all the heavy resin off, then I'll put it in that bowl, and then I'll mix it, and then I'll get it going. So all that alcohol is going through. So even if there's ports, that alcohol goes right in there, and then you can get it all nice and clean. And then you got to post cure it, and it's just there's so much to do. And then of course after you got to make sure everything's sanded, and you got to paint everything. I did airbrush the rocks. So the rocks, I did a lot of different colors. I did the highlights, and I did shadowing and all that. Same thing with the back end. I did that with the airbrush. Then I used a spray. I used two full spray cans on this top piece of that metallic. I think it was Rust-Oleum, has the best gold. So I had a couple cans of that Rust-Oleum gold, and there you go. So it wasn't as much detail work as far as painting goes, but there was a lot of parts, a lot of stuff to glue together. There's a lot of heavier parts on top because like this little piece, I didn't realize it was very, very top, and I didn't print it hollow, and it's solid. So I had to be careful because a lot of these pieces are heavier because they're solid resin. So anyway, so that's my story on the Crystal Castle. So now I'm going to try to play some catch up here. Here we go. Here we go. All right. We let my daughter play with Classic Swifton, and she kind of kept it. Dang it. Because, you know, I have stuff to trade if you ever want to get rid of that one. Once she outgrows it, let me know. Just kidding. Motu Tony, the only representation of Filmation I hope I've ever seen. Yes, absolutely. So there's two other ones. I know the I forgot his name already. Tony Baselli, but the one that does, he's a producer, does the Netflix or whatever. He has one. I don't know if he made it or had it made. And then my buddy Alpha Inflict is making one as well. But of course, I promoted the shit out of this one, so it probably is some of the only ones people have seen because I have put it everywhere. Everyone leave a like for Kenzo's new wig. It's hair. Found a rainbow bright coloring book, so I get to practice my coloring. Sweet. Hell yeah. And yeah, you got to practice because honestly, I was so out of practice that I was like, oh, I did some things and I was like, I shouldn't have done that. And then I tried to, try to make do and maybe go darker when I should have went lighter in the first place. But I'll get it. I'll have the opportunity to do all my touch-ups whenever we have another spot open with Allison. So what's going on, Sky Caverns Library Comics? Welcome in. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We got all music fans 88. I just completely butchered that, didn't I? Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I really, yes, there you go. Ted Biaselli. That's who it is. What's going on, Neil Hunter Hyde? Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, he has a whole video, and the first thing it shows, but he has Swiftwind. So his whole first thing is like an image of Swiftwind and She-Ra kind of flying in front of it. So it was pretty dang awesome, I have to say. Yes. So yes, thank you, Frankie. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, he's saying Neil. He didn't say nice. He says Neil. I just can't read. Yay. What's up, Oz? Ostradamus Toys. Welcome, sir. I appreciate you joining, my friend. I know you guys had a lot of I know you had a really exciting live that just ended right before mine started with the old Four Horsemen. They announced the what was it? And it was brought up in the live earlier, right? So it was the Beathir something or other. You know, I'm really just honored that the fact that if I want to find something from earlier in the show, I actually have to scroll. That just means that you guys are awesome, and I appreciate you being here. So, you guys are so cool. Thank you guys, seriously. Fury! I knew Oz was going to come quick with it. There's Fury. Are you excited about it, Oz? Was it everything that you wanted? That's the big question. Was it everything you had hoped for and everything that you you're like, holy crap, that's it. That's the one. That's the one I wanted, and I'm so excited. Let me see. I hate that. I think it's because I actually have two different Gmails, and let's see. I want to try to log into my Instagram. And then no. Oh, what was that password? I forgot already. Nope. I don't remember it. So that's the way it is. That's just the way it goes. Oh well. Okay. So so it was a male figure and you were hoping it was a female. Do they have it on their Instagram at this point? Let's see. I want to try. Let's see. What in the heck was it? Let's try one more time. I'm going to try to log in to my Instagram, because you know how many times you log into it? You don't. Like, it's just, that's normally, let's see. Nope. Nope. That's okay. No big deal. Oh well. Let's see. So Motu Guru, Barathir's Fury was definitely not what I was hoping for. Still excited to get another fig, but was hoping for more. So Motu Guru, am I to understand that you're going to have a giant dragon at your house now? I might have to go check it out. Password 1234. Yeah, that's exactly it, man. Oh, okay. So he shared it in the clubhouse. So let me see. So maybe if I just minimize that screen and then just open my Instagram screen. No. Dude. I don't know what the heck's going to happen here. Go smaller. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to minimize my other. Well, why isn't it working? Yeah. I don't know what the heck's going on. I've got this thing all jacked up. No, there's Instagram. I have an Instagram on a separate app. So let me check. All right. That's Mint with Cards password. Man. That's why I keep password spreadsheet. Yeah, and honestly, I need to and it's worse because it makes it so convenient with our phones just completely making us dumb, right? It's so bad. Let's see. Oh, is that the one? Let's see. Did he share it like a long time ago beforehand? Is it the one with the dragon with the horns, the red? I don't know. I guess I'll just kind of maybe I could check on. on the just on Google. If I could spell the name right. Also, people want it to be. You wanted it to be a. It looks like there was pictures. Let's see. No, I'm not even going to mess with it. I can't even spell it correctly. So, what's going on, Mikey? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, thank you, sir. I had to, man. I was sitting there, and I was telling him in the beginning. I said, "Hey, you know what? There's just something about it. Once you get to that certain point in your life, that a haircut could change a lot of stuff, right? It's like your whole day can change, and you can get better after a haircut." So. I'll be getting the dragon. Don't tell my wife, and you're definitely going to get invited. Sweet. Hell yeah. I'm excited, dude, because that thing looks so good, man. Looks so freaking good. And I will not say a word. You won it in a raffle, right? Is that kind of how everything's supposed to go? I won it in a raffle. Yeah, buddy. So I did actually save a few pictures, and I did kind of want to show off a couple things. So first off, we got a couple extra pieces that came after that whole con, because I mean, I know everybody's already shown everything off that the con's going to have, right? So we had some G.I. Joe renders come out, and some digital renders. And I don't know, like, what do you guys think of the new Hasbro? There is one that, hold on, and the reason I wanted to bring one in that was just the reason that I was excited about it from the get-go. This is probably going to be the wrong. Major Blood. So that's going to be a good one. I didn't get the early one, so I'm really, really excited that they're doing a vintage card back for him. Because yeah, I didn't get started into the line in time. Yeah, absolutely. All Music fan, and you know the other for me, I'm a sucker for the Cobra Commander, dude. Like, I am such a sucker for the battle armor Coco, because there he is. Oh baby, for some reason I know why. It's not even a mystery. When I was younger, it was probably nearing the end, and I took him outside quite a bit. I did get I had this one in as a child. I had it in the bubble. It wasn't a trouble bubble, but it was that bubble that had the legs. It had the red legs on it, I believe. And I mean, I don't know if this is like one of those things where you remember differently, whatever they call it. But yeah, that one was one of my favorite ones. I don't know why. It was just the battle armor was different. Yes, I liked the originals as well, but I was such a huge fan. And I actually bought a 3D print kit for him. I have the head, which is cool because the head that I have is actually one that goes over a standard head for a G.I. Joe figure. So it literally is just the helmet instead of having the head inside. And then it has this backpack, and I think that's the only things they had with it. But I never got around to making it. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was honestly Major Blood, major win. Absolutely. I agree. I'm really happy they are, just because I didn't get him on the first run. And I'm worried about this, just like I was worried about Once a Man, but then of course I went overboard, and now I have 5 Once a Man figures. I guess I need to start selling them off. Yeah, that's exactly. I had that one too. I had him, and I had Serpentor with the chariot. Those were my favorite 2 figures that I had when I was a kid, as far as the Joes go. I had Big Boa. I didn't get the fridge. I had a friend that got the fridge with the mail-in stuff. But and I even had the one I missed, the one that was on CouncilCon, the dude with the, what's his name? Oh my god, I blanked on his name. You guys know. The one that does the mesmerizing, the guy that was like the interrogator or whatever. Yes, that was mine too. And now of course the cartoon, it was not my standard 2 in the cartoon were the helmeted one and the hooded one. But this one, as far as the toys go, that was my Cobra Commander as well. Like, I loved that version of him. I don't know why. I ended up getting like the 25th anniversary and I have that one, and I still have it in package, but that was definitely my favorite one, Off to work. Oh, Cobb. Sorry, man. Dang. Well, hopefully it goes fast for you, brother. Hopefully you enjoy. Have a good night. Was the first one you showed a Steel Brigade? Let me check real quick. Because honestly, was I thinking that was that looked like it was a another version of Snake Eyes, wasn't it? It looked like it, but let's see. Who is this? Da, da, da. You guys, I'm not a Joe guy, so you'll have to tell me. Class. Oh yeah, no, that would be sick. Yes, Crystal Ball. That's who I missed out. I didn't get him on the Council Con because I, for some reason, slept in a little bit, so I wasn't able to order him. I was able to order, of course, She-Ra and Faker. I got those ordered and all that because they were still available for a while. It is Snake Eyes. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, absolutely agree with that. Version 3 or 4 Snake Eyes. That's true. That is true. Off to dinner. Have a great night. By the way, your new haircut looked great. Thank you. I appreciate it, Neil. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in, hanging out with us, man. That was cool. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So let me see. I've got a couple others. Let's see. So I went through 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Do I have this one coming next? Or did we see that one already? No. Let's see. Well, where'd I go? Let's put myself back in here. Sorry. There we go. No, get out of there. There he is. So, I love this extra head. And you can't go wrong. The Dreadnoks is, yeah, no, I agree. I agree on both accounts. Having him in hand is going to be the best thing to do. And he's just, it's a lot of people, I don't know. I think I keep making the toys. If you have to throw in some more where you're doing a variation of one of the main characters and the main guys, then that's fine. But yeah, when it comes to Monkey Wrench, let's see, All Music Fan agree. Yeah, he's got the ripped pants, he's got the chains, he's got he's going all out. You've got the grenades across the chest, and I'm sure a lot of this is kind of a similar look to the older one. The mask is freaking awesome on that second head. I really am glad that they started doing that where they were putting the glasses attached to them, because I know I have a couple where the glasses just fall the hell off. And I know the headphones to Chuckles, they don't stay on. They're so just wide and stretched out. So ordered one crystal ball from Walmart and another from Hasbro just in case. Yeah, that's cool. And I missed both of them. I'm hoping, I doubt it'll happen, but I'm really hoping that maybe the store will get one. I don't know. Hey, he ain't a bad looking cat. He's just a bad guy. He's just one of them cool guys that has a motorcycle and a hatchet. That he's just one that you don't want to bring home to mom and dad because he's got grenades across his chest. Yes, Buzzer. That's the one I was thinking of. I actually, what I ended up doing? I gave up and I put his glasses on top of his head just so they can sit there. I don't know. I think I might have tried to put some of that, like a tiny piece of the sticky tack on the inside of the glasses to just press them on against his head. But I still thought, hey, just put it like as if, somebody was going in and put them on top of their head as if it were like a style. So I just left that on top because I was like, I'm not going to mess with that, dude. That's just a mess. And then, okay, so we've got the glider here, which is a pretty cool. The grenades stay on. Yeah. I mean, Dad's just going to have to deal with it, right? Yeah. I that's probably not a bad idea because, like I said, I tried to put the sticky tack on him, and I think that's what I did, or I put the sticky tack like right on the inside of his ears and then tried to push it up against it. But if they're sitting on his nose, they're falling off. And so I put it on top. I mean, I can't. Yeah, no, this is really, really cool. You've got the jets, you've got that fire coming out with the smoke. You got your gun with the silencer. You've got the different help. So, and it's a female figure, which again, I've always been that person. And for whatever reason I do it, you can't really fault me for it, right? I always say I'm a dude that has a bunch of half-naked dudes in my in my toy room, and I want to have some women in my room, man. I want to have some good-looking female figures in my room. And for whatever reason, some people, whatever, you can call it what you want. I like them all, But I like the fact that they're doing this where you're getting more female figures. I love it. That would be another. I wonder if there is any out there. I'm telling you, Dave, I got those files from. Actually, I can't. It doesn't even matter. I got it from a puppet. I got it from Sam Newsman. Sam Newsman sent me files upon files upon files of GI Joe stuff, and I haven't printed anything yet because the files are freaking gigantic. Like I have the file for the Terrordrome. I have the file for the flag, the like the Night Raven. Like I have the files. The one that I really want to print because the size is right is the trike that the Dreadnoks drive. So I really would like to print that out. But dude, I have so many files. One of these days, I mean, I have the 3D software on this laptop. So one of these days I'll pull those up and just show you guys. I mean, granted, a lot of them are in pieces. They're not going to be in, but I've got all those files. Like it's crazy. I need one of those. Now, I'm the type that I don't care as far as like, I will shill the hell out of it. I did see a video yesterday about shills and fans and all that. And it made me laugh because I was thinking to myself, like, I might be considered a shill. I'm not a shill because I don't get paid, but like, I just like this shit. So for me, I'm not like pushing it for the company. I'm not pushing it for the brand. I'm not pushing it for whatever. I'm pushing it because A, the nostalgia is there for me. I love it. And B, it's because I love this shit that they're doing. Like is there some stuff that came out that I thought was stupid? Yes. But I've also said like, yeah, I've been honest with it. Like even when that collector came out, I was the first one to say that I thought it was one of the worst design as far as what they did. Granted, I understand they wanted to make it affordable, and I did get some backlash from that. Well, you're just being negative, and we've been waiting for this for a long time. Well, I was a little biased as well because I ended up. How can I remove this one? Hold on. I ended up making my own but I made a really and somebody's like, oh, that one's way better than yours. Bullshit. I don't think so. Yes. Is it more playable? Yes. But once you have it on a shelf next to it, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, somebody's going to say that this one is better than that popcorn bucket. But I'm a fan of the line. Like I've been it since a kid. Like I love Masters Universe. And that's not even when you look at it, like the G.I. Joe is the more popular of the lines. Like I'm not even doing it because it's a popular thing. Like I do it because I love it. That's it. What's up, Stanley? What's going on, man? 3 goals from the record. Oh shit. He's getting there, huh? That's cool. You never thought that was actually going to get broken ever, did you? Dude, seriously. And where would you put it? Like where I don't have room anywhere. You'd have to like rent out a storage unit, and every time you finished one, just put another piece in there and just keep going and moving it. Like if I lived out at my parents' house, like if I decide if I can't find a job and my loser ass has to move back in with my mom and dad, that'll never happen. They have a big garage out in the back, like one of those RV garages. I could set it up there. Hell yeah, I could. But oh God, could you imagine some cool 3D printed Joe vehicles? Honestly, it would be fun. It would be really fun. And I really do want to start by doing that trike, the motorcycle trike from the Dreadnoks, because I do have a lot of Dreadnoks. The only one I don't have so far is the kind of the bigger guy, the real big one that had like a tattoo on his stomach. I didn't get him, but everybody else I got because I never found him on sale and I didn't want to spend full price because I wasn't, like I said, it was sometimes I'm kind of like, but let me see if I have, what else did I have on here? Oh, is that too big? No, that's the wrong one. Oh no, that's the right one. Okay. So we already said that one. Let me see all the other one, all the stuff I added recently. Okay. So we already did him. Let me see if what's worse is that it's on the file, but it doesn't show it because it's a PNG. Oh, so we did have another version of She-Hulk coming out with the Fantastic Four. And it's funny because, hold on, let's see what Mikey said. Definitely did. Oh, Allison says, definitely did a guy who looked like Monkey Wrench. She looks like his mom. He had less facial hair than she did. Oh no. Storm Chaser, is that who that is that one that was called? Don't be that guy, the 40-year-old living with his parents. No, I won't do it. No, that would be, I would have to, that would be so cliche and so bad. I couldn't do it. So, but this one, what was funny is that for the longest time, Tasty Cake Tom has been asking me about this, and he's got the original one with the purple, which I have that one as well, or from the Iron Man, and he's been wanting me to repaint it. He's like, if you can repaint it in the Fantastic Four outfit, and he's been asking me that for a little while, but now he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to worry about it because now there's an official one. Yes, I am absolutely going to get that one, and it's like what 20. I think Tom corrected me. I thought it was the end of the month, but I think they said it was the 24th that it was available. But yeah, definitely going to get that one. I like the secondary head. It is a really cool figure. And then, oh no, it's the new one. So the was it the Maximum? Is that when this is the Maximum? Everybody's favorite line to be mad about. Oh, hold on, I'm sharing too much. Let me remove a few things because now I'm saying because I'm sharing too much in the studio. I got to remove some of these pictures. I think I had a different. What sucks is that I can't, like I said, I can't see what I'm adding before because it's not showing the image for me, which kind of sucks. Maximum series. Yeah. So what they showed on the stream was that they got a soft plastic on the top of the chest, so he's able to do his clap. So they have that, and then of course this is going to be attached to the back of the hands when he's doing the clap, and then this effect will be there to where if he's clapping and you put that around, so it looks like he's doing that smash clap kind of thing. And then you've got the two extra heads and then the hands. This one's pretty cool, but a lot of people have been saying, it was $60, wasn't it? $50 for the Spider-Man. A lot of people have been saying this one's even going to be more than that, but who knows? Who knows? You've not got a female action figure since middle school. Really, Clint? Why not, dude? They're so good. Yeah, I don't have any, and I'm not going to get I'm not a big, I'll cherry pick lines if I see something cool or if I see it on sale, I'll get it. Like, I don't know. Speaking of female figures, I got something in the mail too. Hold on, let me make a big here. So August of last year, this came out, and it sold out very, very quickly. And Just Jeff messaged me the other day and said, "Hey, they're restocking this stuff." He was thinking like the Lion-O and some of the other stuff from Motu. And when I saw that they restocked the Rogue Timed Edition, I could not. I wanted this one since the beginning. Oh, man. This one is so freaking cool because this one's that timed edition. So you've got the 3 heads on top. Then you've got another head in the back. And it's the wink and the smile like that. And of course, the 2 Rogue statues that I made that are the meme Rogue with the booty, I got rid of those. One I gave to Tasty Cake as a gift. The other one was a commission kind of job that I'd given away. So both of the Rogues that I made are gone. So yeah, this one, oh ho ho. I was gonna open it up, but I think I might just do an actual, give this one a full video on it. I think it deserves a full video for sure. I am super excited about this one, and I will get this probably. You know what I'll probably end up doing is probably after the live. I'll probably start making the video and do that. Do a unboxing and a review of that one. So I am super excited about that. Yeah. $4.99 at Ross or even $6.99. I'll grab it. So, oh, and Mikey, I did open up my second before you came in, and his sword was good. Because I don't know if you remember that first sword that I got with the Fisto that I had. It was like totally the silver was just completely chipped off. So it was like a full purple sword because of the silver was gone. But this one, this is my first Power Ranger figure I've ever purchased. I've never had a Power Ranger. But the look on this guy, I had to grab it. I was thinking, you know what? It looks cool on the box. I just thought this one has to look cool afterwards as well. So let's see. Yeah, that Rogue was so good, man. Yeah. This one, yeah, the first one. Let me show you real quick. Oh goodness, where are you? So the first one that I got, that silver paint was just trashed right away, and so it's been sitting in the back because I just have him set up this way. But now, which is cool too. I mean, it's a pretty big difference with the head sculpt. So it's kind of cool to have both of them displayed, different heads. But good sword for sure. So the Mondo Goddess. So did I, dude. Mumra. I probably won't. I can't. I didn't get Lion-O. I can't do Mumra, dude. Chitara. I might. Chitara might be the next one I get. Oh shit. Okay. So this is different. Okay, this is different than I even thought it would look. So it's translucent to a point, right? You could see through it, but it's also the armor here is kind of like I said, like that kind of shiny, almost mother of pearl look. When the light hits it, you could see a little purple in it. You see that shine? I don't know if you can in the camera or not, but this guy looks cool. Like I said, I've never purchased anything Power Rangers before. And I thought, hey, you know what? This one has a different look to it. I knew it's a Phantom Ranger. And yeah, it's different. It definitely doesn't, I mean, I guess the head, but if you figure it's a Hasbro, I could for $7, I might buy a few more because this would make a cool custom something. Like if I want to do, I need to start looking at these with the designs on them because I might want, the biggest thought I just had is I actually have some files of masks and heads to do like a 6-inch mask. Like if I want to do a 6-inch matte tracker, this, I don't know if I mean, this part here's, oh wait, you can take that off. Okay, hold on. Or can you? It's soft. Does it have a connector here on the back? You might be able to take it off. You might have to take the arms off and then it'll come off. Because it doesn't look like there's a connector. No. But this one's not bad. It is not bad. The iridescent, it's cool, man. Like, I don't know. The elbow joints and the knee joints are a little odd. Like, it just almost to the point where, like, obviously you could see the ring there. And the elbows are darker, and then the knee pads are gray. So, but other than that, everything else is like really nice. Like it's not like the Skeletor. The Skeletor I have is like crazy. Nightcrawler for sure is my favorite. Yeah, that one. Did they make one, right? Because I think I saw them in the background of some of the pictures that they had. Some of the Rangers come with cool weapon effects you can use for the Origins and Masterverse. Yeah, well, I was thinking of doing Matt Tracker. I was thinking of doing Mask. Like, I think this one would work. Like, even if I did like a variation and it wouldn't be the real, like, because I know he had a different outfit for the oh, I hate that my memory sucks so bad. The Semi. So when he actually, because his figure came out with that and he has a different outfit. So I wonder if I could, yeah, I'm going to look into that and maybe try to get some other ones. What's going on, buddy? Yeah. I cut my hair today and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go without a hat because I felt clean. Yeah, that's true, bruh. It's true. So the other parts that it comes with, you've got the extra hands, which again, the translucent look, you can, oh, even the gun is translucent. Wow, dude, come on. Good job. This one's cool. And so here's a blast effect of some sort. The rhino, thank you. Thank you, Ken. Man, I am like so bad with all that shit. Had to pass on the Mondo. Oh no. I really wanted her to be my first Mondo figure, dude. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll have her before you have your dragon. So I'll make sure that whenever we meet up, I'll bring her with me. If I come over to see it, then I'll bring the goddess with me. So I know we got some toy tube celebrity action going on here with Ken from Toy Connections. I need to give you that I wish I had that video of he's out of control. Darn it. So does this, let me look at the box. Oh, what did I do with the box? Oh, here it is. So I don't even know. It doesn't even say anything about this effect here. Like it looks like it goes around him here. I don't really know what that's for. It's going to get into the Lightning Collection, but when I saw the price of the figures jump, when the OG Green Ranger died, I was out. Yeah, that's unfortunate because a lot of people take advantage of shit like that, you know? It's kind of stupid. Stupid. Speaking of death, rest in peace to Val Kilmer. He was involved in a lot of different shows that he was good. He was a phenomenal actor. He was eccentric as all get out. But you know what? 9 times out of 10, your best actors and actresses are that way. I mean, eccentric is almost on the, you want to put that on your resume for a good actor. So here's the blaster. Pew, 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 pew. But this thing is different. I don't know what to make of this. It says obviously it comes with it, but it doesn't show what it's for. Like it looks like it's going to hook onto the torso. So I mean, it looks like, I don't know. Does anybody know? Top Gun Forever. I grew up with Batman Forever, despite people who don't like that film. Well, I didn't mind it at all. He was a really, you know what I loved him at, and this is like that, the one where we were talking about it last week about HBO at 1 p.m. or HBO at 2 p.m. How do I blank on the name? It's the one with the science guys. It's the one with the popcorn at the end. Real Science, Real Genius. Oh, I remembered. So Real Genius, I remember him in, and he was just so out. I mean, it was such a good. He was like a funny. He wasn't like, he was smart, but he was like still kind of a party guy, you know. And it was just such a cool. Real Genius was such a cool show. I actually want to watch that tonight. I think I want to throw that on when I. Well, I have a Rogue to open, so maybe I'll do Rogue first, and then I'll watch Real Genius, because that was. Does anybody know if that is streaming on anything? What service it might be streaming on? I liked Batman Forever. I kind of liked all of them. Some of them were cheesy and corny. I mean, even the one like when you look at like, God, Arnold Schwarzenegger played. Oh, like the characters were cheesy, man. Like I don't know, it was the different ones, but I mean, when you look at the Batman movies as a whole, it was a lot of cheese, man, and I love it. I'm all for the cheese, man. Absolutely. Yeah, Ken, we need to get that whole Baywatch thing going. That was pretty good. That was a good one. I definitely, that was definitely a good one there. Mikey, I'll get you some balloons, buddy. Woo! Have a good day, man. Hopefully work goes by quick at the end. Yes, Buddy knows what's going on. Real genius. Absolutely. It was such a good one. Did it keep straight face through the whole thing? I'll be ready. Dude, thanks, Guru. Yeah, I was thinking the whole time I wasn't sure on what I wanted to do for an intro, and that hits the nostalgia big time for me. We didn't always have HBO. A lot of times we had it when we were getting the free preview or something like that. Mad Mardigan. And I know, see, that's from the show. I just don't remember it. That's why I want to go back and watch it again. I got my light still running. Maybe I should turn this back around. I turned it around to put the classics in front. But let's get some Light Hope. Let's put our Light Hope in the picture again. Light Hope is good. Let's see. So we're going to go smooth. Oh, no. Did that one die? No, it didn't. Okay. As long as I point to the other one, they can change colors, and then I can turn them on for 30 minutes. So now they're on for 30 minutes. But it's cool because even like the effect on camera, it even looks better because it looks like it's kind of shaking. I don't know. It's kind of cute. All right. Oh, I'm letting it get away a little bit. Okay. Val Kilmer was a great actor. He did more acting as Bruce Wayne. Yes, he did. I agree. Very underrated. And that's another one I kind of want to watch again too. Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang. They should definitely check that one out. I think I remember seeing it. I don't remember. I probably need to go back and watch it again. Heat was another good one with Kilmer. I really liked. He was just. What was that other one? What was the one where? Wasn't one that he was like a priest? And it was like a crazy action show, and it didn't have Adventure and Babysitting. Elizabeth Shue, wasn't she in it? Wasn't there one with them and he was like a priest or something? Ever dream you're a son? Golden Pyramid with hundreds of naked women throwing little pigs. Yep. Agree. That was a deep dive Baywatch. That was pretty funny. What's going on, Mr. Home Arcade? Amazon Prime. Thank you, man. Comes through. What's going on, buddy? Man, I tell you what, that's another thing. If I would much rather book a flight to go out and see Mr. Home Arcade's collection than go to a con. Dude, you've got every time I see a new thing coming in, I'm like, what the frick, man? That Thundercat Wind Raider. Have you guys seen Home Arcade's? Oh my God. And it talks. And it was, of course, it has something to where you could record a voice on it because then he had Drunk He-Man talking in there. Dude, that shit was great, man. Welcome in, Mr. Home Arcade. I got another celebrity in the house. Yeah, buddy. You got to do it, Ken. You got to do it, man. That would be pretty cool, right? Love the cheese. I agree. The Saint. Yes. He was a thief. Sorry. I remember it had something to do with religion, and that's probably what clicked into my head. Thank you, Adam. And welcome in, Adam. I didn't even tell you welcome. Top secret. Willow. Yes, Willow was a good one. Thunderheart. Those are the best. I want to go back and watch Willow. Hell yeah. I would absolutely love to. I need to get out more, man. I've been I kind of stay in my hometown and don't really do much. The most I did was we go a little bit further north. We'll hit up to Colorado Springs. We'll go up to Denver. You want to say hi? Come on. You want to say hi? Oh. Okay. Want to say hi, honey? Okay, you could say hi, honey. Okay. Want to say hi? Okay. It's awkward, huh? Say hi, baby. It's Isabel. This is my girl, Isabel. Oh, honey. What you doing? You coming to say hi? Oh, you're a good girl. She's a good girl. All right. Yeah, dude. I get nervous now. I put it a little too close to my chair. Tombstone. I'll be your Huckleberry. Or I'm your Huckleberry. Yep. The collector. Thank you. Welcome in. Okay, honey. You're going to get me full of hair. Oh. She already does anyway. My little girl sleeps in the bed with me, but my other dog, so I had a Cosmo. I had Cosmo for a good 8 years. He used to jump in bed. He was a little dog too. He used to jump in bed and he would like tuck underneath the blankets. Isabel's not that kind of dog. She'll jump up. I have a little, like a smaller blanket on top of my bed. She'll jump on that one and then I'll cover her up with it. So, but yep, she jumps in. That's a good girl. She is a good one, man. And I got her, like I said, I've already said it 100 times, but she was on death row, man. She was on a kill shelter, and there was a group of them that were there too long, and they were just gonna make room, which is really fucking sad. And yeah, so she was rescued, and I could not, like, I've had good dogs. I've been lucky with the dogs that I've had, but I've not had a dog like her before. She is such a freaking good girl. Like, I've never had a dog like her. Huh, baby? Huh, baby? You're a good girl. She doesn't really, like, she'll bark when we leave because she wants to go with us all the time. So she'll go out back and bark, but otherwise, she doesn't, like, she's not annoying. Like, my mom has 2 pugs and 2 poms. And holy crap, when you go in there, it's chaos. And she has 2 birds. She has a eclectus and an African gray. So she's got 2 large, kind of medium-sized parrots, and then she's parrot, I guess, yeah, and they fly all over the place. The African gray, like, he sits on the cage and he gets bored and he'll just fly up to my mom's chair and just sit there, and he'll like, and he's in the back making a bunch of weird sounds like a microwave. The other bird, who is I just said it, the eclectus, she sounds like a robot. She's all and it sounds so weird. But when you go to my mom's, it's chaos. But my girl, man, she's such a good dog, man. I've never had any kind of issues with her at all, man. We can go outside and she'll wait for me by the door in the car to jump in. I don't ever have to put a leash on her or anything like that. Come to PA. Yeah, dude, honestly, I really would love to go somewhere and just meet up with everybody at a con. Dude, it's so crazy when you walk in. So even when the phone rings sometimes, but even when my dad goes outside to water, like, he'll have to water the plants out front, and he opens the door and they run, get all crazy. He's like, I was just here, any kind of noise, man. The 2 pugs start it. And well, no, the one Pomeranian, Kiki, she starts the barking, and then everybody follows suit, and they're all barking together, running around, barking just to do it. And it only lasts maybe 5 minutes, but good Lord, man, that 5 minutes is crazy. Dude, Tony, I agree. Oh man. And what's even better, so you haven't heard the story, I'll tell the story. So what's even better is my mom's best friend's daughter. Big animal lovers. They live kind of out in La Vita, if you guys know where that's, kind of past. It's a real small town in southern Colorado. Well, and they live on a ranch, have horses and all that stuff. Well, she's a big dog lover. So she found out about those. There was about 20 dogs that were on death row. There was 20 of them at a kill shelter. So she goes and she makes a deal with a shelter on the western slope that was a no-kill that had room. And she asked, can I please get these animals from this shelter to your shelter? And the guy was like, absolutely, if you would, willing to do that. So she got all those dogs. She had 20 of them in her basement. And she called and she's like, hey, do you want to come over and maybe look and see if you might want to adopt one of these dogs? I'd still pay the regular adoption fees to this guy that it was going to, because obviously she already made the deal with him. So I went over and I saw him, and Isabel was just like, I don't know, something about her. And she would have gone to a no kill because, like I said, I wasn't the one to actually do that. But how amazing you got to have like a freaking great heart to do that, right? Like, that was hats off to her for doing that. So it was pretty cool. It was really, really cool. Yeah, no, they don't. So La Vita. So I grew up in Walsenburg, Motu Guru, which is 48 miles south of here. And I graduated with, like, what did I say, 45 people in my graduating class. And I had 200 in my whole school, 218 or something like that. But La Vita is about 11 miles west out in the mountains, but it's a beautiful place. Like Cachera, La Vita, all that area is right by the Spanish Peaks, sits at the base of the Spanish Peaks, and it's beautiful. And the Spanish Peaks are the Wahatoya, which they call the breasts of the earth, because they go whoop, whoop. So we got the Earth's boobies going down the road from us. We could see them here from where we're at. If you look south from where I'm at, you see the boobies. So anyway, that's just the way it goes. Guru's got a good view of them too, right? But anyway, so yeah, this was a cool one. I'm kind of impressed, but I really think I want to make a matte tracker out of him. Not the clear one, but like if I go back and because they had a lot of these before, and I just always just walked past them and I passed on them. But the articulation looks good. The figure looks like a perfect figure to turn into a mask, 6-inch, like to make a big mask figure. And I know there's different. Yeah, they are, dude. Honestly, I mean, they are. Like I said, they're in my backyard. Well, and I grew up. Of course, they're even bigger because they were like right out my back door. You go out to Lathrop. I did senior pictures a lot, and we went out to Lathrop State Park, and there's a big, the Lathrop Lake, and we took pictures we did senior pictures there. So, let me see. I'm pulling up so this was a photography page. So let me close this, open this, and do a share screen. So this is the Spanish Peaks. So here's your boobies, 1 and 2. So these are, this is like when you're in southern Colorado. I mean, Springs, you could kind of see them just a little bit, but in Pueblo, you can see them pretty good. Walsenburg, you can really see them good. But when you're in La Vida, you're like I've golfed. There's a golf course, Grand Doty. And when I was in high school, I golfed on the golf team, and $20 for $20 for a athletic fee, and we could golf on all these different courses. Like, how cool was that? So, but we got to golf Grand Doty, and that's a beautiful course because it's right at the base. Like, it's right at the base of these mountains. And just camping and fishing and all that. There's Bear Lake and Blue Lake out there when you're going toward there, out past Cachera. There's so much cool stuff out there. So growing up, that was right in my backyard. So definitely lucky to have that kind of beauty in the backdrop. We're lucky in Colorado. We got some beautiful. I think I missed that 30-minute thing on that one. I think I hit it twice and I think it turned it off. But anyway, so yeah, definitely are. So here's another thing I was thinking, and let me know. And I kind of got a couple, and I've been thinking about it for a couple of weeks. So I was thinking 2 different things with this whole monetization thing. And I wanted to try to figure out a way that I can make it work without being like, hey, be a channel member for nothing, for no advantage. And I know some people do like an extra hour for their channel members, or, they do certain different things with the shows. But for what I was thinking, and let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'll put a poll on the page and see what you guys think. I was thinking that for channel members, I was thinking of it with channel members and with super chats. So for super chats, if I'm doing, it would only be for Wednesdays. So it's once a week. So either way you look at it, it's not going to be too hard on either side. But I was thinking if I did a Wednesday and I did it to where super chats if super chats come in and we had, maybe there would be at least kind of a minimum amount. I wouldn't do like, oh, 1 super chat, you win. But say if we say, okay, well, if the super chats exceed $20 total in the chat, that the top super chat donor or whoever did the most super chats would get a mystery box full of 3D print parts. Whether it be, and it would vary per person. It wouldn't be like I would put just one box together and say, I would put the box together after the person won based on who they were. So like the thought process was like, say if G.I. Jetman came in and he did the thing and he won, I would do more G.I. Joe stuff. And if it was Motu Guru, I would do Motu stuff. But I was thinking, and maybe I would kind of stick it a little bit more to a Motu centric because that is kind of how my page is. But I would maybe do a little mixture of some G.I. Joe as well if it's more of a Joe person. But I just thought that would kind of be cool. It would kind of be a little fun thing, maybe a little competition wise. It's not something that would be like a whole bunch of money. It's just I've seen different things, and they always say take from other channels what you can, or what if you've got something like that. But I thought, what better giveaway could I do than say, okay, well, the number one super chat on this Wednesday is such and such, and they will receive a box in the mail. I'll get a box together, put something together for a mystery box with some parts in it. And it's not going to be just one or two. It's going to have some good parts to it. And then I was also thinking is maybe with channel members, I might do a second tier and have maybe a 3D print of the month. And like with my second tier channel members, I'll do, if it's like a 3D printed head or a 3D printed weapon or something, I can do that for like a monthly thing. I don't know. It's not set in stone, but I was just thinking, it's something fun, something additional, and something I can do. It's something different. And I know some people are like, well, I can't paint, so it wouldn't do me any good. Well, maybe that could be something that you start trying, or maybe if it's something that would interest you, or maybe you could, if you had somebody close to you that could paint, that it would be okay. But I don't know. I just think that would be something cool that it's from me personally, because I do this, I do that, as far as 3D printing, I have so many 3D printed parts that I've already done that I have a lot to give with that. Yeah, and it's just something, it's not like a giveaway where we're doing like a spinning thing. We're not doing like it would just be like, hey, if we get a certain amount of super chats, then the top super chat of that particular stream, whoever has donated the most, gets, if we get over $25, whenever we get over $25, then I would put a mystery box together, and whoever has donated the most, and I'll keep a tally on there, and whoever has the most donated in the 2 hours, then boom, we're gonna give that away. So I think I'll put some more thought into it by next week, and I'll see maybe if I can get something together. Or I think a mystery box would be, do you guys think the mystery box would be the best way to go? Because it's not something to where, I'm showing you exactly. It's kind of nice to get something as a surprise, right? And it's not something you're going to get that's crap. I don't make crap. And I know even there's some people that I've made stuff for that I threw extra in just for, for ordering something. If somebody commissioned something out, and I've tried to put a little extra in there for them. But I know I have a lot of cool files. I have a lot of 3D printed stuff, and it wouldn't be anything that I'm selling. I'm still kind of giving it away as a kind of an appreciation for like super chats or for channel members. So I think the super chat thing is kind of the best so far that I have, because it's for me, it's kind of something that is traceable. It's very easy. It's one person per week. I've got 4 mystery boxes in each month. I can even start at the beginning of the month and put the mystery boxes together, and then say, okay, here comes Wednesday. And if I don't get the 25, then I guess that'll skip over to a different week. And if it never happens, then so be it. It's just, I know it probably would be better suited for if once I get, if the channel gets bigger, if the channel starts to grow, which I think it's not going crazy fast, but it's growing pretty decently. Like the last I checked, let's see, I haven't checked in a couple of days, but 1226. I mean, it's growing. We're getting there. It's slowly getting there. I think the lives help. I think the little Crystal Castle kind of helped a little bit. I think I got like maybe 10 extra followers or 15 extra followers out of that Crystal Castle, because I put it on Facebook, and that thing blew up on Facebook. Holy cow. There was a lot I think I had like 6,000 something or 7,000 likes on that one, on one of those groups. But because it's completely original with that one. That one was like, and of course it's not my design, and I always want to make sure and give the artists their due, because the Lovely Evil Horde put it together. I just printed it and painted it, so that was definitely something that was just a pretty freaking, once I saw it was done, I said, oh man, Like, I know Alf Inflict had printed that Hordak chair, and that's a new one as well. And it's more of like the tech type Hordak chair that was in the Revolution show. So that's another one I might print as well, just for my Hordak. But I don't know. I think it's just something that, like, maybe even to a point where if there's a certain amount, like if let's say it grows, if I get to a certain point, my thought process in the future is if something to where, say, God, if it got to a point where it was a bigger channel, got bigger, the lives got more, like, larger numbers, and you say, hey, you know what? If we get over $100 in super chats, then the number one person's going to get Hordak's chair, or the number one person will get, something like a medium sized print, like a background piece, or like, like, I don't know. I have so much stuff I could print, and it's even like a miniature size of this. Like, I could print the Crystal Castle in whatever size I want. So if I want to print a 6-inch Crystal Castle, I can. Detail's not going to be as obviously as good, and the painting's going to have to be a little bit different, because I pre-painted those and then put it together. So I mean, you'd have to paint around it, or you could just do it in a certain print in a certain color. Like if I did it in like a lighter gold, or a gold, like I mixed the resin and did it in kind of a yellowish gold, I could print that whole Crystal Castle, because he did send the file in one piece, in it half size. So even if I did that in half of size of what he sent me, I can do it in a 6-inch. I can print that very small. So I mean, little things like that. But I'll think about it. I'll get through it. I like I said, I'm trying to figure it out, and obviously your input would be very welcomed. If you think of something like that, or if you had a thought on it, or you liked it, let me know in the comments. Let me know, even if you see it in like a later, if you're watching the replay, please throw it in the comments what you think of that idea, or if you had any other thoughts on it. I just think for me, it's kind of fun. I've been in a few live streams where it is a kind of a fun little thing, where a couple people are going back and forth to get the stream boss, and they get to the top, and they get up there, and the winner gets, they don't even get anything physical. They win, and it's like they just get bragging rights. And for me, it would be different, because you get a mystery box of 3D printed parts. Especially if somebody is into 3D printing, is into painting and customs, that's ultimately freaking awesome, right? Because then you're having fun in the live. The chats are coming through, and if you get the most, then you get a prize, like, right? Ooh, a prize. So, so anyway, just a thought. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. But oh man. So I think, you know what? I've got that Rogue that I just got in. I think this is a good little stopping point. We're at about an hour 45. Like I said, I usually try to go between an hour to 2 if we can. I know there's a lot of different lives going right now, so I mean, everybody's I appreciate everybody that did come in. I got this thing, was on an AEW guy, and I was sitting there and I was like, hey, he looked kind of cool with like a little vest, right? Like a little jacket. He's like, what up, fool? But yeah, so, and I wish Dre would have posted that in the chat about that live stream, because they're doing a live stream. It's Dave's Dimensions. They're doing a live stream to benefit cancer research, I believe, and it's at the end of the month sometime. I will get it. I will get the number down. I will make sure and write it down next time, so that way when I'm here, I can get the dates correct in the time, because it's like a 24-hour live stream. What's going on, Alpha? I was just talking about you. Running late. Was busy painting our Crystal Castle. There you go. Brother, I have to tell you, man, I jacked up royally. This whole back piece, I went outside to take a picture. I had it on a tray, and it wasn't connected from the back to the front, and I kind of messed up. I forgot that it wasn't connected. Well, it slipped out, and that whole back piece dropped, and it broke into like 7 or 8 pieces all the way across. Luckily, the pieces were large. It didn't shatter. It didn't break into tiny pieces. But man, talk about a gut punch. And I guarantee you know what I'm talking about, is when you have a print and especially something I worked on for 10 straight days, you got a print that you worked on so hard and you got it all done, and then you drop it and it hits the freaking concrete, or it hit in my house, it hit the ceramic tile and broke. Oh my God, it was such a horrible feeling, but got it fixed. Got it all glued back together. Humpty Dumpty is in one piece. Oh man, sorry, man, Hosa. Yeah, tomorrow's a new day, man. I think the best thing if you have any days where you're not working at about like 11, that's the time to go, because that's when they have the trucks unloaded. Okay, thank you, Jeff. On April 26th, Dave's Dimension is doing a 24-hour live stream, and it's all to benefit cancer research. So it's a really good cause. Obviously, anytime someone does a 24-hour live stream, and all the proceeds are going to go to a good organization like that, it's worth it. I will definitely be donating my time. I'll let you guys know what spots they were open that I'll be on there. If you want to join me, obviously join them at any time if you can. But that obviously for me, it's a no-brainer if I have some time that I can fit in there and help them out, because 24 hours to be online is whew, something else. Yeah. It's dude, honestly, it was the urgent, for like I scrambled, man. Like I have a bi-level. So when I go out, I have a front door, and like if you walk into my front door, the first thing you see is my back door, right? So you go front door, back door, then upstairs, downstairs. So my downstairs is kind of where I have my workbench. Upstairs, this is where my toy room is and stuff like that. But in that foyer area, it's all tile. So when it fell, it shattered, but some parts dropped down the stairs, some parts went underneath some stuff, and I had to scramble for it. Thankfully, there was another, like this piece here on top, that little red jewel on the very, very top. I had printed 2 of them at the time because I wasn't sure if I wanted to print one hollow and one solid. So I did print another one of that. That one did break in a gross way that I didn't want to try to fix it. Plus, it's a clear piece, and it's that red metallic resin, and I mixed in with some clear. So I didn't want to try to glue it together because the crack would show. So I didn't. So I'm glad I had that secondary one. Either way, I could have printed a new one, so it's not a big deal. But that's what I was telling you. The other day was that I did add another, so I have 2 different lights on there. So one is glued to the top and one is not glued, but I use sticky tack, and I put one on top, one on bottom, and it's controlled with the same remote control. And then when you can go in different colors, you can kind of mix it up a little bit. Well, that one really wants to take the brunt of the button there, doesn't it? That one I think I need to recharge already. Look. Yep. I need to get a different light. That one didn't last very long. Mine's on sanding and everything is done. Just got to paint it and assemble it. Did not like the gold I got, so I got to go buy lighter gold. So it's just primed right now. Yeah, that was what I was talking about in the beginning of the show. It was like that sucked for me too. It's like with the red metallic, I had to hollow it out because I printed the first one solid and it was so dark. Like the red was so dark. And then the second one I printed, it was lighter. So because the hollow with that stuff, if it's hollow, and then I even got in there and clipped with like some skinny scissors, and I clipped all the supports out and pulled all the supports out. It took a while shaking it and trying to pull them out, but I got all the supports taken out of it. So there was nothing in there. So when you put a light on it, you don't see the supports. It's just a nice clear piece, and the red was good. So, oh yeah. Anytime I say anything that's a little off the cuff, that's my first thing I do is laugh like butthead. Hey baby. God, I need to drink something. My voice is going away. Not like soda's gonna do me any better. I need some damn water. But if you caught that. It's funny is that my son actually started watching it, and it's kind of just like the Mike Judge edition that's on streaming on one of the channels. I think I don't know if it's HBO Max or Paramount, but Yeah. So my kids started watching Beavis and Butthead when I was like, dude, you have no idea. Like, I was the kid sitting in third grade drawing pictures of Beavis and Butthead for people. Like I was, or fourth, fifth grade, whatever it was, because I drew Bart Simpson first. Like that was my go-to to give to my friends. And girls, I would draw like unicorns and Pegasus and stuff. But for my friends, my guy friends, I'd always do Beavis and Butthead, and I would in the beginning, like I said, it was Bartman, Homer. I would draw all the Simpsons. So I was always so distracted in class that I was doodling all the time. So I'd always, and it's funny because I still have a lot of friends that say, I still have all the drawings you gave me in school. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. That's funny. So they got a bunch of 3-ring binder paper with Bart Simpson. And I remember drawing one of my friends, Felicia. I gave her, she was big Muggsy Bogues fan because she was real short. So I drew Marvin the Martian dressed up like Bugs or like Muggsy Bogues. And she's like, I still have it. She sent me a picture of it the other day. I was like, you got to be kidding me. That's so funny. But yeah, that's what I did. It's on Paramount. Yeah, that's, dude, it brought a little warmth to my heart when not only, and yes, maybe that makes me a bad dad because he's only 11, but he's also a big fan of old South Park. And I mean, how can I just tell him no? Like, yes, I know. But if he's sitting in the car with me and I'm doing one of my road rage actions, he hears more cussing from me than he could hear in any kind of South Park show. So, and when you stream South Park, they have all the unedited stuff. So it's not like watching it on Comedy Central when they beep it out. They don't beep any of it out when you're streaming it. But he loves South Park and he does the voices just like I do. And oh my God, he is his father's son. And my ex always tells me, it's so funny. She's like, God, your son is so much like you. He acts like you. He's goofy like you. He does the voices. She's like, it's crazy to think whatever was going on there with my genes, that was the goofball gene was strong in me because the goofball gene has passed through to my son. And I couldn't be happier that he's a goofball. I love it. So him and I have full conversations in Cartman voice. Hey, son, you get your ass over here. I'll kick you in the nuts. So him and I have those conversations, and oh man, it's great. So I tell him all the time, I say, Chris, come on down the cellar and get some popsicles. Haven't had my paper in a while. You think I should do the whole stream in Herbert's voice? Oh, it's raining, man. You guys, you have no idea. My name is Kermit the Frog. I've been one person that, when I was younger, everyone said, you are missing your calling. You need to be some kind of weird voiceover actor. I could do a lot of voices. I've always been one to do a lot of voices. So it's funny that I do this show for 2 hours by myself and I don't do any of the voices like I would do when I was just goofing around. So anyway, now that we kicked over to, we could get it 7 more minutes, guys. What do you think? 7 more minutes. Let's hit that 2-hour mark just because I want to hit the 2-hour mark. Is there any questions about anything behind me or anything that you see over here that you say, hey, what's that? Or what is this shit? What is that thing over there? I really want to do a collection video. I really need to just kind of go through and get all my figures completely like, dude, it's bad. It's so bad. Sometimes I don't even remember my own voice. No, I used to do it a lot more, but I don't really talk. I talk a lot now because I'm doing these. But when I wasn't doing the live stream, I wasn't talking very much because I was here by myself talking to my dog. But what I want to do is I want to go through and tidy up. Like I work at Payless Footwear and I need to pull all the shoes and clean them all up. So I need to get all my figures and set them up correctly, make sure there's none of them sitting crooked or leaning over, and just get everything going. And once I do that, then I probably should do it in parts, right? Doing this whole thing, you would kind of get bored after a while. I'd rather cut it into sections and do all the different parts there. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if I could reach it. No, I don't think I could reach it, but I'll tell you about it. So this guy up here, the Granomir, he is right here. I basically the wings and the body are gargoyle. And I don't remember the name of the gargoyle. He's the big guy. He was the kind of the earlier one. I think he was purple or was he blue? And then I 3D printed the Granomir head from the file that I had, and it fit perfectly. I was able to size it. I printed like 3 or 4 different heads, and I made sure and got the right size to fit it. And then, of course, the wings on top. So it was kind of like that young, Goliath. Thank you, mint with card. It's kind of that young Granomir is basically what I called him. Yes, I did see that. It looks really good, man. Dude, Aliencito's killing it, man. And Alf, how freaking cool is it that not only are these artists so talented, but they're so cool and down to earth. Like, I don't know how many times that I talked to Aliencito, or I talked to oh my god, Lovely Evil Horde, or even Yurko, and I've talked to them about it, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I got this whole thing." And we have our shared files on the little file thing, and we share, or they'll send me an email saying, "Oh, here you go," or Yurko send me something that kind of gave me a discount of like 0 for how many prints, like so many prints. You'd be like, just put in that code and it's like, they're so down to earth and so cool. And they just want to they know that, especially you and you working a lot more than I am, but like, they know how we are. They know we're huge fans. They know we're doing this because we want them, and they know that we're going to push them. They know we're going to the publicity is going to be huge. Like this thing got over, like I said, that one page, it was over 6,000 likes, just likes on that one Instagram or that one Facebook post. So they know we're going to give them their props. And so they're really cool with us doing that. And of course, even if somebody's like, hey, asking them, where do I go if I want to get one of these printed? And then they send them to us because they know, hey, they don't mind that if we want to make it and sell it for somebody. That's the coolest part. Mondo Skelecor. Yeah. I've got the same one. Yep. Definitely. And it's just so cool and he's got, I think I might even have the same scanner. I need to start doing that shit, man. I have, especially, you know what? Maybe I'll try to get some of this Rogue scanned and see if we can, because even if I got that, like some of the head sculpts on this Rogue would be cool to downsize and put on a Origins or maybe on a Masterverse or something. That would be kind of cool because the face sculpts on that Rogue is just off the charts. Like, I don't know, I really, really like it. But yeah, he's got those scans. Even early on, like the Origins armor with the battle armor, like with the Snake Man armor and the like even this one, I printed it in green and I put it on Triclops. So I printed it in like a clear green, like a iridescent green. And I mean, I don't know, it's just different, right? How cool, battle armor Triclops. And I got the orange in there, and I don't know. Like that's another thing. Maybe one of these days I'll pull out some of these little parts that, downsizing the Mondo and putting it together. So even things like this, like how cool would it be, even if it's not painted, if I have a mystery box, this is what I'm thinking. Like some weapons, some heads, and like one of these armors that would go on an Origins. Like, I think that would be a really cool thing to do for like a super chat thing. But I'll think about going through it and I'll kind of put it out there. And obviously, I know my my group isn't as big as most, so I think it's gonna. And that is one of those things. A lot of people, it's like an overused word, but I do really want this to kind of grow as it grows. I want it to just work as it's working and organically get there. But it's once it does, I think that might be what I'm going to run with. And I think that's something that's cool for everybody that's here. You guys are first to hear about it. So this is going to be like, that's my idea for like super chats and channel members. I was thinking maybe even for channel members, I can do once a month for all my channel members, maybe even just on all my channel members, not even do a second tier. Maybe on all my channel members once a month, I'll do a raffle or I'll do like a wheel, and then whoever gets it gets a blind box once a month. And if you win once, then you'll be put to the back of the line. So obviously you won't keep winning the same stuff. So, or not same stuff, but give other people a chance to win. But I don't know. And that, I think that might be another thing I was thinking of. So maybe once a month, do like a members only wheel, and the winner would get a blind box. And then every week you'd have a chance to get a blind box from the super chats. So that's kind of my ideas. What's going on, Brick? Welcome in, sir. You caught us on the tail end, but I appreciate you jumping in. Bunch of 3D printers on the show. Dude, I think so too. I think that would be a really good idea. Like just kind of even if it's like one big thing to do a cool show and tell thing, you know, showing off what we've done and what we've been able to accomplish. And I know that I need to listen to you and get that dang FDM printer going so I can start printing some larger things. I really want to print like a cosplay helmet mask. I really want to print something like that. And I know I can't do that with resin because you don't want to put resin on your skin for that long. Even if it's cured, it's not good. Sorry, enjoying my spring break with the fam as much as possible. Dude, I am so with that. Like I said, we had spring break last week, and on Friday we took Merrick up and we stayed overnight at a hotel because he loves swimming at the hotel pool. Like for him, that's exciting. And we only went up to spring, so it was only 45 minutes away, you know. And then we went to this indoor like adventure park type thing that had like rock climbing and parkour stuff and go-karts and laser tag and all that stuff. So, and even video games and stuff like that. So he had such a good time. We brought his friend with us, and so that was his last little hoorah for spring break. So it was just such a good time. Like, and we went to where did we go? We went to Whataburger. We didn't go to In-N-Out this time. We went to Whataburger. It was great. Like he loves that stuff. He just getting out. And Colorado Springs is so beautiful too. Like you can, if you're just driving up, like going through past Academy, or you're coming out toward Powers, and you look west and you see this. I mean, Pikes Peak is so beautiful, and it's just right there off the foothills. Colorado Springs is a foothills city, and you could just all this beauty around you in Colorado Springs. And so yeah, definitely it was a good one, man. So it was fun. And of course, family time is always the best time for sure. I agree with you 100%. Love the family time. So, but all right, guys. Well, we kicked over that 2-hour mark, and it wasn't like I was wanting to stop on it, but it was a really good time to hit. I was actually ready to stop about 15 minutes ago, but we got into chatting a little bit more. And again, little things like, you know, you guys have me on Instagram as well. Check me in, get me in the inbox if there's anything that you have questions about, especially with like 3D printing. If you're interested in doing it, or if you have any questions, or if you're curious about it, I can, you know, send me some stuff and I can put it in on like, give it some time in the lives, because I think it's just so much fun. There's so much you can do with it. And especially us as collectors, there are so many talented artists out there that have these 3D printed files that we can print and just add to our collection. I mean, look at this thing behind me. This is something that the printer's got to be a little bigger to get something like this. But like I said, I'm now able to print a smaller version because he did send us a file of the full piece, all in one piece. So if you downsize it even to 25%, you can print it to like 6 inches tall. And I mean, how cool would that be, just sitting on your shelf like a little Filmation Crystal Castle? Like even if it's painted a little bit, or even if it's printed in like that gold that Alf has, something like that, and then painted over with the jewels or something. And even with Light Hope might be a little difficult unless you print the whole thing in clear and then repaint everything else. It's possible, let's just say. So I think I want to try that maybe on maybe I'll throw that on in the next couple of days. I can't say tonight because I've already given myself 4 ideas for tonight. So, including watching Real Genius, right? So if you guys haven't seen it, go watch Real Genius tonight and give a little respect to old Val Kilmer, because that was a tremendous role for him early on. It was just one of those geeky, freaking cool ass shows that you're just like, dude, how awesome. And he was such a great actor. So, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. We'll go ahead and put a bookend on this show on Wednesday, the 2nd of April, 8 days before my 47th birthday. Oh my goodness. Good Lord. 47. This is God. Stop playing with yourself. He has the microphone. Oh my God. That's so good, man. Oh, and The Doors. God, there's so many good movies with Val Kilmer. Oh my gosh. Val Kilmer was such a good actor. But anyway, yeah. So April 2nd. So that means a week from now will be the day before my birthday. So my next live will be my birthday live. Nobody cares. When you're in your 40s, nobody gives a shit about your birthday, right? Holy cow. Thank you, Mint with Card. I appreciate it. Alf turned 46. So you're, you pushed it. I don't think you're an Aries, aren't you? You jumped over. You're the next sign. But yeah, 47, dude. Oh my God. I'm a kid. I feel like it and I'm going to act like it. Darn it. I will be a kid till I'm dead. I'm pretty much the way I'm going to be till I'm gone. I'm going to be a goofball and I'm going to stay young. So he's a Taurus. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we do, I guess. But I mean, as far as us being older, we're like, it is what it is. This is another year, right? There's no significance until I hit 50, I guess. So after I got 3 more years before it's significant again. But, so Guru, I'm glad you're here. I want you to stick with me till the end, because the end of the stream is going to have that familiar show for you at the end. So once again, folks, we are going to go ahead and put a bookend to this, and we will see you at the same time next week. But in the meantime, please stay out of the streets.
There we are. Oh, I'm so glad you all stopped by. I hope you had fun today. Yes. Don't forget, sometime during the day, go over to Mother, put your arm around her, hug her, and give her a big kiss and say, I love you, Mother. And when Daddy comes home from work, do the same thing. And don't forget to pick up your toys when you're through playing with them. Oh, did you kids have a lot of fun today? I'm glad you did. We're going to have to say bye-bye now. We'll see you about the same time. In the meantime, please stay out of the streets. Bye-bye.